I'm Ashy Slashy. And you might wonder, what the fuck am I doing here? Wow. It's not complicated at all. The Ghoul bought me at Horror Hounds Weekend. I can't tell you the price, but shit, you can get for free. Like, a whole panel of Bruce Campbell, or these lovely posters. I got for nothing at all. Let's go through them, shall we? We got Venom. Upcoming Spider-Man movie. Coming out in December of this year. Spider-Man Homecoming one. Oldie but a goodie. Never heard of it. Evil Dead. Evil Dead. Hey! Hey! That's a lot of corn syrup. I got no words. Well, that's cool. All those absolutely for free. Now, here's another thing for free. The uninterrupted panel of Bruce Campbell. Apparently, you're not supposed to record. This dumb schmuck didn't know and forgot he was mic'd. And you can hear him breathing. For a lovely 45 minutes. Well, more like 40. 40. Yeah, it's 40. So, enjoy!
Depiler like saliva.
I always think no matter how short the intro is, I'm glad I got that out of the way. The reason we know she was Bobby Joe in the movie is because our next guest said it at his full volume at least 7 times. He was Jake Danny Hicks.
Slowly walking up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, really?
Come up with something clever here, but screw it. This man needs no introduction. Bruce Campbell.
Good night, everybody. Thank you very much. As always, panels either suck,
Blow.
or they're great, depending on you, the audience.
Yeah. I'm being quiet. I'm just gonna make myself really small.
First
They're
of all,
gonna be great.
everyone please stand up, including the panel.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
You've had a long day standing in concrete. Most of you, you've been at work. Those of you who work, not many of you. Otherwise, why the hell would you be here if you had a real job? We're going to do 30
Name it this much.
what I call your ants in your pants dance. It's going to wake you up and energize you, and I'm going to give you just a taste. Because you should improvise your own ants in my pants.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Am I doing it? Yes.
So, come on now. Doing 30 seconds of ants in my pants. I'm not really going.
You don't have any pants on, don't you?
This side is shaking more than this side.
Got it.
That's why I'm doing the ants in my pants dance. Hey, I'll remember that shit. Very nice. Good. We're all awake, all energized, ready to ask questions about a movie that's 32
Years old.
32 years old. Cassie, how did you get the part? Why did you want the part, for God's sake?
I begged for the part.
Oh, you did
Yes,
not.
I did. I was as green can be, and I auditioned for it.
Who did you audition for?
Sam.
How did that go?
Sam was there, and Rob was there, and I think I had to like scream, of course, and be afraid. I
Was
think
this
I did
in
like-
California?
Yes, and it was at Faces International. Remember that company?
Very classy, obviously.
That's where they had rented a room or whatever, and I think it was between me and another girl, and when I got the part, they wanted me to like bulk up. I'm like, bulk up? No, I don't know if I have any muscle. But
I don't think
I didn't
it-
bulk up, but Bobby Joe didn't need it, she ate a tree.
Bobby Joe did get Dutch elm disease for making
Oh.
that too. What were you told about the role? Like, when did you actually read the script? Did you read the whole thing
Oh,
before you auditioned?
I read the whole script, I knew exactly what was, yeah, I just wanted to do it.
They left off the page. I've got to play Bobby Joe.
It is
I've
my,
got to do this.
Yeah, and it was
it is my true color.
great.
My soul.
Great fun. We shot in North Carolina, but when it premiered, and I want to say it was in October, I had already started on The Guiding Light. And the first time I see it
Which
was
is a very similar job.
Yeah.
Very similar. Unrated motion pictures to a soap opera.
But went to see it in Times Square, New York. And I'm from Kentucky, small town. And it's where they actually, they talk to the screen. Don't go in there! So one was yelling at the screen, and she goes, oh my God, it's Chelsea!
And what are your feelings about Sam Raimi as a director? He's not your average, like when you did the soap opera, tell me seriously, weren't you for like the first couple weeks going, hey, there's a monster here. I'm sorry, cut, I'm sorry. Like, it's just like, was it weird to then just go back and do a scene of, hi, Jared.
Yes, Jared.
I've got to tell you.
Oh, Jesus.
Was it a strange adjustment? I went from Evil Dead 2 to fucking Knots Landing.
The same thing. That's what I did too.
I got that part. I don't even know how I got that part. The makeup guy looks at me and he goes,
How?
you'll look much more intelligent if I pluck between your eyebrows. Well,
They said the same thing to me.
they said, oh, this is Hollywood. Yeah, I guess I should do that. Sure. Yeah.
No more eye games for you.
Sure, pluck away. I never had more makeup on my life than on Knots Landing.
No, they just put it on.
Because, oh my God, they blast you with light. And so, they would do one take. Sam Raimi, multiple takes, 5, 10, 15, 20 takes. Well,
Yeah, what soaps you do?
with you, with trained professionals. With me, he did a lot of takes. In this one, we would do a take, and Michelle Lee was the star of the show. They'd go, cut. And Michelle Lee would look over, not to the director. She'd look to the camera guy and go, how was that, Leo? Leo would always go like this. Leo never had a problem. And they would print the first take every single time.
How long were you on Knots Landing?
I didn't do TV for another 5 years after that.
Did you do Briscoe County?
Yes.
Briscoe?
Do you like television work or film work?
I like TV because it moves fast.
Yeah, soaps are
By
really fast.
lunchtime, you've killed the bad guy, get little Billy his medicine back, kiss the girl, what's for lunch? After lunch, you're on to the next episode. Hi, you're the bad guy. What's your name? Okay.
Boom. Shot you.
You make a feature film with Sam Raimi.
Who killed my dad?
I went to do one day on Oz the Great and Powerful. One day. I walk onto the set, and Michelle Williams, all these big famous actors are in it. They all have a book that's like War and Peace. James Franco is being hooked in a harness, Danny. You've been hooked in harnesses. He's being hooked he knows it's going to be an hour to hook him into this harness, so he has War and Peace in his hand.
What the hell?
They're jostling him about. Because he knows they're going to get maybe one shot today. No. Look at no.
Soaps, you do 90 pages a day.
Yeah, exactly. Now, some
90
problems,
pages.
right? You have to, if you screw up, you have to really screw up, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's the most amount of pages you've actually committed to?
And he's just sitting there, meat inside a sandwich.
Hello, hello. Hello.
I did 86 pages. Was one of the days. I know how to work Tuesday, and I did 3 parts of there's just 9 parts. Three episodes.
86 pages.
Yeah, 86 pages.
You can War and Peace.
For memorization. It's all memorization, but it's I don't know, I'm sure I'm gonna look back on this lifetime and go,
Can I do my imitation of a soap opera actor?
Please do.
Because you have to shoot 86 pages, nobody knows their lines.
Oh shit, you're hoping it's on their
So,
your head.
no one's racing along in a soap. It's like this. Oh. Cindy. You're looking good today. Really good, really good. Oh, why am I here? Well,
Jesus.
I need to talk about some things. And I sympathize greatly because if I saw you, I've seen you on some clips. You're really good on that show, by the way. Yeah! Because I kind of hate you.
It's good that he hated.
I don't trust you. I don't trust your, I'm sorry, your character. Your character.
I have made a living being an aging slut.
So is Bruce.
Oh my God.
Your first impression, Mr. Sam Raimi, was also Evil Dead 2.
That's correct, it was.
And how did you even hear? You lived in LA at that point?
No, I lived in
Oh, you still?
Southfield, Michigan.
So how did you hear about this?
My agent, I had an agent there, and she sent me
Did she
signs.
hear that we were doing local casting too?
I don't know what she heard, but she,
Who was your agent at that time?
Mary Blocker from Affiliated Models, actually.
And in Detroit, you weren't exclusive. You signed with all the agencies, right? I did.
In Detroit, I think there was only 2 agencies.
Hey, there's more, pal, okay? There were 4 agencies in Detroit, and maybe you just weren't connected enough. You know, that's all right.
That's entirely possible.
What was your audition like? Was it for Sam or just on tape?
It was, Sam was there. I don't remember if you were there or not.
Oh,
I
interesting.
don't remember if you were there.
Wow.
We're still not fucking certain, so.
But it's been great, everybody. Thanks a lot. So, Danny, the prerequisite, did you have to scream in the audition? Because it is kind of important.
No.
No. What did you do? Did you do the Bobby Joe business?
Papa Joe.
You know what? I actually can't remember the dialogue.
Oh, weren't you asked
had to
about
carry
the
a
team?
drum.
I was.
What was the question?
The description that my agent gave me, she said that they want this guy, he's a scuzz bucket. So I got up that morning for the audition, I went outside and I go to my car and grab some grease and put it in the compartment and rub my hand and grab and comb my hair with it. And did my microphone. No, that's right. Okay, so then when I got to the audition, I said, okay, scuzz bucket. I said, how scuzzy do you want this guy? And Sam says, well, there's scuzzy you can make it. And at the time I had a partial plate. So I popped the partial plate out and I said, you want this scuzzy? And I'll never forget Sam saying, oh my God, an actor without an ego.
I think he cast you immediately on the
He
spot.
cast me right
Definitely.
there.
My husband,
Now,
Jay.
if either of you, now obviously, you knew it was going to be a horror film, something. Did either of you have any idea what was what was coming for those 12 weeks in North Carolina. It was so hot, the locals would come up and they would apologize. They'd say, oh, Bruce, I'm sorry, man. It's usually not over 110 for 3 weeks in a row. It's usually not that bad.
It's usually not that bad.
Inside an unair-conditioned gymnasium of a high school.
Second floor.
Second floor, because the main floor is the basement of the set. So we're up on the second floor. And it's not 110 on the second floor. It's 3,700 degrees up on the second floor.
Oh, Jesus.
And Ted Raimi's in a big pig suit. So whenever I felt bad for myself, I would just go, oh, then there's Ted.
Henrietta, thank God I didn't audition for that part.
Sam Raimi cast his brother Ted. The original actress was an older actress, and Sam didn't want to put her through that kind of torment. He went, I'll put my younger brother through that. Who says he wants to be an actor? So this is how Ted Raimi got into the Screen Actors Guild, and then tried to get out of the Screen
Actors Guild.
But Ted Raimi's sitting there on a box with oxygen going into his face, and then they would hoist him up. So he's already had 5 to 6 hours of makeup to get into it. Then they put him into a harness, and then they hoist him up, and they spin him in a circle. And he was spraying crew members with sweat everywhere he spun around. And he had a little slit in the makeup. At one point, he stops and turns to Ash and goes, ah! And we had to edit the shot because about two seconds later, this horrid stream of sweat. It was unbroken.
Untempered, my man's hand.
Effects guys who were very devious men. They would take Ted wore monster booties, and they would take his booties off, and they would pour his sweat into Dixie cups and stick it up on a counter. And they would put dates on it. I mean, boy, that's a big
You're losing us!
Right, 3/4 of a cup. Of the most rancid shit you've ever seen in your life. So he knew that he could do that to Ted, so there you go. There you go, Ted. Welcome to Hollywood, baby.
What a dedicated actor. I remember him flying around in that suit. I don't know, what did he weigh? 40, 50 pounds at least.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And he melted the ass out of the suit. So he's flying around up there, and the ass cheeks are flapping around. Poor bastard. God, he must really love his life and his work.
We went to a barbecue at Sam's house some Sunday afternoon, and Ted came walking in the door. We went, hey, Ted, how you doing? Hi, guys. How are you? He walked back behind the couch and disappeared, and we never saw him for the rest of the afternoon.
Hold on.
Dehydrated. Sam was a director. Did he ever tell you? Like, we had a sequence. We were all in the sequence where Sam shot one frame at a time. Most directors shoot 24 frames at a time.
Oh my God.
Sam's like, oh, no. So we're going to take a dolly shot, and you're going to be here. And you can't blink, Danny, right? While you hear bzz, bzz. No, come on, Danny. Let's see if you can still do it. Bzz, bzz. Pretty good. But we're not even 4 minutes into this fucking take yet.
Oh shit.
The end result is great, but Sam would treat his actors like they were chess pieces and or puppets. But we were happy to comply because we just were trying to stay up with him. Sam during Evil Dead 2 was very on top of his game. He was full of energy. Like, did he tell you anything weird, like as a director?
Probably daily.
You know what? He was very pleasant.
Sam to this great day is still, without a doubt, the best director I ever worked for. He was marvelous. And it was so much fun working for him that you forgot that you were even making a movie. You know, and he's so childlike.
It was a good group of people, and when we were all kind of hands-on. I know that the scene where the deer goes that scene, and everything starts laughing. I am behind the sofa, moving the cushion.
Yeah.
Right, because he's like, whoever's not working right now.
He's on that.
Get him to the set. Oh, the phones were ringing in the production office and no one was answering because someone was doing a thing with a book or a thing, and the thing sounds like, need more people. We need more people, get everybody. We were grabbing kids off the street, you know, from their lemonade stands. Get over here, kid. Yeah, it was sort of that type of a shoot. Sam would build and build and build on an idea.
The craziest thing is, who knew 32 years later that you would have a room full of people still loving that piece of art?
Yeah.
Well, Evil Dead 2 is a weird, sort of interesting place. Financed by Dino De Laurentiis.
Oh, D-do-D.
Old-time, famous producer whose money came from sources that were really clean. Because they were all laundered, you know.
Calgon. You could sell the stains at.
The funny thing is, we were languishing. Evil Dead 2, Stephen King helped us on 2 of the Evil Dead movies, the great author Stephen King. He let us use a quote on the first one, because he saw it at Cannes, France, and he called it the most ferociously original film of 1983. He let us use it on a poster, and it really we got really bad reviews until his quote went on that poster. Yeah, Atlanta newspaper called Evil Dead the sickest of the sick. Yeah. Sam Raimi put every bad idea he had into a low-budget blender. Yeah. Stephen King puts a coat on. The next review is from Kevin Thomas, the LA Times. An instant classic. Suck it, Atlanta. But he helped again. We were trying to get money, including from Coca-Cola, who was thinking of entering the movie business in the mid-'80s. And we were discussing with them, and it was languishing. And there was a crew member that we had hired briefly to work on some production aspects, but we had to let her go. We were like, okay, well, we don't think we're going to get this sequel made. She goes off to North Carolina to work on Maximum Overdrive, directed by Stephen King.
King. Cooked out of his mind.
On the set. He goes, what are you up to? Oh, I just was working with these guys. They're trying to get Evil Dead 2 made, but they can't get the money. Stephen King goes to Dino De Laurentiis. You should finance Evil Dead 2. Dino De Laurentiis smacks his hands together. Whenever a deal was done, he would go like this.
Oh my God.
And then I guess you knew that the deal was done. So basically, after that, the deal was basically done.
I've never heard that story.
Yeah. Dino financed it because Stephen King told him you should finance it. Well, what Dino did is he looked at the money that Evil Dead made overseas. And he went, So Dino was also behind Army of Darkness.
But Universal is that? Yes, he sees the chainsaw.
Which bombed when it came out.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got 27 years of history on you.
Yeah.
Oh, beloved Army of Darkness, BLM-BPD. Why do you think it disappeared? Why do you think you never saw another movie for decades after that? It took time to heal the financial wound. However, as Evil Dead 2, by the way, Rob Chapman walked onto the set before they were done building it and announced that Evil Dead 2 was already in profit.
I remember that.
Yeah, because the strength from Evil Dead, they were able to pre-sell it around the world. That's why you guys made so much money.
Oh, yeah.
I still have my original contract. It's 1 page. And it was just...
We wanted to keep things simple for all of us.
Sam just did not think you were smart enough.
About $1,600?
Less than that. It was $1,000.
$1,000? 30 years ago, that's like $25,000 a week.
It was at a weekly rate plus 10. 10 was for your agent.
Yes, the agent got that.
So I want to say it was $1,100.
Yeah, it was just basic scale plus 10%.
But you got to, with television and film, you get overtime. So we were working night shoots and things like that. So you ended up Yeah, but I don't think I worked more than 4. You did it all in like 4 weeks, or how many weeks did you do it?
12.
12.
You were done in 4.
Yeah.
Danny was done in 4. I was done in 12.
That's why you got all the money.
Is that who got it all?
I thought it was Sam.
Danny, on Army of Darkness, did you have to put half your salary back into the movie?
I only worked on it one day.
Oh, one day.
And then they cut me out of the belt.
What cut you out?
What cut me out? I don't remember.
Did you give a poor performance?
Probably.
Yes.
I've got that many good ones, so yeah.
Cass, you've been done with horror ever since, have you not?
No, I did a movie called We Are What We Are. But I died in the first opening sequence. But I would do, nobody offers me jobs. Working on soap, and then they think, oh, you're a soap opera.
All you upcoming producers and directors out there, hire the poor woman.
For God's sake.
Get her back to her roots.
And don't forget, and this is the absolute truth. Always, as a producer, hire TV actors.
Why?
Because you can do 87 pages a day. That's the absolute truth. You hire a film actor, they show up on set. Do I have any lines today? No, Johnny Depp. No, not today.
No, Johnny. Let's go back there and act creepy.
And among TV actors, soap opera actors, they can talk for days. Ken.
Well, what do you do to the
I'd
poor
like to
theater
talk to you
actors?
about something. What?
What do you do to the poor theater actors?
What? Oh, theater actors. Theater actors are fine. They're just a little, sometimes,
Pansy.
dinner theater-y. Hey!
They're just trying to eat.
It's Bobby Joe! You know what I mean, Danny? Now, you have a big, deep background in theater. How did you manage to contain yourself so that you weren't a horrible ham? Or were you?
Well, that depends on who you talk to. But
Bobby Joe.
I think the first time you hit me in the head
Bobby
with a shovel
Joe.
took most of that out.
What happened?
I said, you hit me in the head with a shovel, and I forgot all that theater shit.
Now, you claim, by the way, that the back of my heel hit you in the dingleberries.
Right.
He hits me in the back of the head, falling off a porch of the cabin. I counter lever as I would. My heel apparently went up as the front part of me went down. And apparently glanced his dingleberry.
Wait a minute.
Knocked his teeth out.
What were his teeth doing on his dingleberry?
It's none of your damn business.
He's flossing them.
I'll keep them wherever I want to, Kevin.
I don't think he gets up to what dingleberries are.
Yeah, I know.
Enough of our bullshit. Maybe it's time for some of your bullshit.
Anybody else's bullshit.
Questions for these fine panelists about this motion picture, or perhaps others. Because Danny Hastert did a few other movies with Mr. Sam Raimi.
I've done a few with Sam, yes, including one where actually you and Sam were both in it, Intruder. I get to
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy in Intruder.
I was the guy.
I was the guy.
I hope you've all seen it. Just spoil it.
Oh yeah, they've all seen that.
Yeah. VHS, Blu-ray, and
I just love this story.
Laserdisc.
Crazy fucking story. Sorry.
Put your lights
Yes.
Have any of you guys had the pleasure of seeing Evil Dead the musical?
Yeah.
Saw the Bruce. It premiered in New York.
The good news is that musical is foolproof.
And the soundtrack's brought to you by Time Life Music.
Slick, like off Broadway, really talented actors. It's really cool and a lot of fun. I've seen it in Bend, Oregon.
Whoa.
Where, boy, it sucked on every level. And I've never laughed harder in my life. Because part of the play is like, this is the splatter zone. It's in Vegas 5 nights a week. When you go there, just don't play the slots for one day and go see it. Splatter Zone. because someone's arm will get cut off and it'll shoot out. The stage grafting is great, but if they don't have any money to do the stage grafting, that's when it gets really fun. Because in the Bend production, an arm would get cut off and then you'd hear from the backstage somewhere a pump starting.
Oh my God.
That was about a 14-second delay.
Oh, this is gold.
I didn't think it was funny.
And the guy who played Ash was blonde, and I couldn't hear him from me to this person right here.
Maybe he needed a kick at his dingleberries.
I know the lines, and I don't know what he's saying. You can't fail. High school can do it now. So,
Yeah, the greatest song. What the fuck was that?
Yo, what the fuck was that? That's my favorite number.
Yes.
Do the Necronomicon.
What the fuck is that? She's bit into my feet, bro, and bro, comprehend. What the fuck was that?
And they managed to get all 3 movies.
We leave her. That's our new plan.
They make a comment like, well, you know, she's too much like the others.
Bobby Joe's not, excuse me, I haven't seen it.
You gotta see it.
I know, I'm just horrible.
Really, really good.
Wait.
Bobby Joe's not in the stage play? The music?
She's morphed into, they made her along with another.
Well, no, I'm definitely not going to see it.
Yeah, you should see what they do with Jake.
Yeah. Good old reliable Jake.
Great question, though. Thank you.
Very good.
Yes, over here. You can shout it.
Was the car in the scenes, was it functional and did you have a chance of driving?
With which car?
The Delta.
That piece of shit Delta 88.
Yeah, I saw it coming.
Car that I've been trying to kill.
Killed for the last fucking 40 years.
Before Evil Dead, by the way. Evil Dead is just the beginning of it being immortalized in film. Every Sam Raimi Super 8 movie, it was Blood Simple, Darkman hits it flying from the bottom of a helicopter.
Trick of the Dead.
You name it, it's in it. What happened in that car? That's what I want to know. Someone got something in the back of that car. Some memorable moment. anyway, be obsessed about that car to the point where, guess what? It's in Quick and the Dead.
Yep.
That's a Western for those of you who have.
Yeah. Stripped down to the chassis.
In a Western. Sam had the chassis pulled off and he put a wagon over the top of it. So he could say his stupid ass car is in that movie.
It's a great
It's
powerful.
a great powerful in the tinker shop. Some of the piece of shit parts are up on the wall.
No.
That's my car!
Oh.
What the hell happened in that car? First, what happened in that car?
First kiss with a boy, girl, whatever.
It's still around. Sam will not tell me where it's located. It's like Dick Cheney. It's in an undisclosed location.
When we were shooting Spider-Man, Tim Quill and I were driving around looking for a place to park at Sony Studios, and we drove down into Basic. There's like 6 or 7 exact miles. And they
Yeah,
all.
but I know how to tell the first.
Yeah.
But you got to open the door. There's the number 1 on one of those sons of bitches.
Yeah.
And I know which one to shove a potato up its ass. Have fun trying to start that, Teamsters. Spider-Man movie. I asked the guy, I was in Spider-Man. I named Spider-Man. Oh, you don't remember that?
Yeah.
What's your name, kid? The Human Spider. Without my character, this $1 billion franchise would be called The Human Spider. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Amazing Spider-Man. I defeated him in the second one.
Yeah, you did.
Realize that? I'm the only character who's ever defeated Spider-Man. Yeah. Tries to get to see his girlfriend in a play. I'm the studio usher, he comes late, I won't let him in. Defeated. Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, he's
I'm the French maitre d'. How many superheroes come and ask the help of a mortal. 0, Danny. 0 times mortals get to help superheroes. Why is he coming to me? So I can help him ask to marry Mary Jane. Do I help him out? No, because he was kind of a D-bag to me in the first 2 movies.
And you're French. You're French and you're this.
You were very, very mean in that, by the way. I
was what?
I wanted to smack you. When
In
you
what
let him
movie?
in to see the movie, or see the play,
In which ones?
Spider-Man 2.
Well,
I wanted to
you were the guy that in the subway in Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, I was right.
And you were the legless guy in Darkman.
I was the legless guy in there.
What else were you in of Sam's? But how else did he torture you? I know who could be a legless guy, Danny Hicks.
Wow.
Oh, hell yeah. But it's a Sam Raimi movie. I mean, he calls me tomorrow, I'll still dig. No.
Sam Raimi, can I tell you something?
Please.
I work with that guy a lot. He does a show, American Gothic, right?
Give me.
There's a part for me in that.
Oh, really?
I call my agent. What's with this part? I think we need to get that. My agent goes, okay, I'll call Sam. 2 minutes later, the phone rings. It's Sam. You think you can do this part?
You say what?
Hey, asshole, are you fucking kidding me? We did the Bonzoid sisters together in like 10th grade. What the fuck? You're asking me this? This part, there's no mugging in this. There's no mugging. There's no mugging? Any mugging I've done is because you told me I had to mug and overact for the camera, you son of a bitch. Any of my poor acting is your responsibility. I know how to act.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is you audition for it?
No, seriously. Long pause. Well, I'll talk to the producers. I'm like, So I do his stupid part. No mugging.
Did you play a zombie?
No! I played a guy who came to intimidate Gary Cole, who in that show played the devil. It's deep. It's really deep. American Gothic. Any questions from out here? Yes, right there.
So earlier this morning, I was showing a coworker the hand.
Earlier this morning, you were showing someone what?
The hand possession scene. Like
The what confession?
And possession.
Cheers.
Why are you watching that in the morning?
It was a good way to start the day. Thank you. Yeah, it's true. But so as I was showing them that, I was just saying that this is a really interesting and physical bit of comedy. It occurred to me, it was a really physically taxing movie that you guys made. So for all of you, what was like the hardest thing to actually do in that movie? Yeah, think about it.
Withstand the heat. But actually, one of the coolest things about the entire experience was watching this jackass beat the hell out of himself in the kitchen. We all said, we gotta watch this. And he grabs himself by the hair and does that and lands on his back, and everybody's going, Jesus, was that Bruce? No,
but that's the problem. Sam, that's the problem going back to the Bonzoid sisters with Sam, because we would flip ourselves. So we go to shoot the sequence in the kitchen, Sam goes, and then you'll flip yourself. It's fine to flip yourself once.
It's when you were 14.
If it's Sam Raimi when you're 14 and you're made out of rubber. Sam Raimi's not going to have you do it once. I knew, once you flipped once, I knew that there's going to be 72 times I'm going to flip myself. And then I used that same flip to get the part of The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
Yes.
When an actor auditions sometimes to do a fight scene, you're in a guy's office with his notes and shit and the telephone. You got no room to do anything. So it wasn't that long after Evil Dead 2, so I flipped myself in the guy's office. He went, oh my God! Jesus Christ! So then, every audition I went to, the casting guy kept going, you're gonna flip, right? You're gonna flip, right? I'm like, give me the part already. So yeah, I'm done flipping.
Well, you did it very well. It was amazing to watch.
Brilliant.
But actually, actually, for me, the most difficult thing about it was just the physical heat. I mean, it was literally so damn hot. It was almost unbearable.
You had to carry a lot of stuff. You had physically
Okay, yeah,
had to be drugged through the woods, but by an ATV.
Yeah.
That's how they drug Bobby Joe.
Now that I remember.
And my stunt double.
I hated that movie.
I did most of my stunt stuff because the stunt double was 5 foot and I'm 5'9". So I don't know. I don't think he looked nothing like it.
They'll fix it in the edit.
No one was injured during the making of that motion picture, although one poor bastard on the crew. Guy could not catch an even break. I'm shooting all day, headless Linda, head in my lap. I'm screaming all day long, various kinds of woe and pain. All day long, I'm the only actor on the set. All day long, screaming and yelling. Late in the day, I hear up in the rafters, I'm like, motherfucker, you making fun of me yet? Ass off up there, he was being electrocuted.
Oh, shit.
He wasn't electricity up in the bed, he was stuck on the thing going, oh, really, God. And I thought he was mocking me. Someone had to kick him off of the board.
I never heard that story either.
Yeah, well, we don't talk about that much, James. A week later, we were having a crew party. The same guy was walking around disoriented for a week. Gets on an ATV, crashes it, breaks his collarbone, has to go home.
Oh my God.
So he had a great time on it. And with that happy anecdote, we would like to thank you for coming to this convention, this panel. We know you have many choices in your flights. Conventions you did. Danny, Cassie, thank you for coming tonight.
Bruce!